Students. Today I am also going to give a presentation on estimation and costing of fifth semester electrical and electronic students. So now from the previous classes we are solving the problems on an overhead service of a single phase, three phase and also underload single phase power supply system. So today class we go to the three phase underload power system, so providing the power supply to the customer. So here the given problem of a underload three phase system, prepare an estimate cost of a for providing an underload service means to feed a power supply to a workshop of a 10 HP load for a distance of 10 meter. Students, you have to remember that when the power is given in HP, it should be considered as a three phase power requirement. And again I have taken the same span length, and here not mentioned the voltage, power factor and efficiency of the machines. So therefore as per the given load, we have to go to the calculation of the material. Now first the given data, there is a power load is a 10 HP is there, the given distance of a span is a 10 meter is there. Now here I have to use one more method to calculate the current. In previous method there is a underload single phase service system to calculate the load current. So they say I have assumed the supply voltage is a 230 volts per and efficiency is a 85% and power factor is a 0.8 and the current is equal to P divided by root 3 V into cos phi into efficiency. So that method also we have calculated the load current. But here when only the load is given, voltage is not mentioned, efficiency is not given, power factor is not mentioned, in such case, so you have to directly to calculate also possible is there. Why means here the given load, if you multiplying the 1.6, so you get a 16 amps, that is a approximate current. That is for a 1 HP, the current consumption is a 1.6. When it is the given load, as per that the selected voltage is 400, the efficiency is a 80% and power factor is a 0.8. So as per this, if you calculate a 1 HP, what the amount of current consumption, it gives a 1.6 amps. So when in the problem, when voltage, efficiency, power factor is not mentioned or not given, so you can directly to multiply the 1.6 into the given power rating of the load. So directly you get a approximate current of the given load or consume the load of a current. So this method also we can calculate the load current. So previous method I have to use I is equal to P divided by root 3 V into I into cos phi into efficiency. So there I have assumed all the values. If it is not mentioned in the problem also, I have assumed the value and I solve the current. Sometimes it may be given, the student does not make a confusion. If it is given, then you can take the what the assumed value is, we have to take the given value same as in case of assumed value and find the current. If it is not mentioned the value, then you can directly to multiply the given load into 1.6, directly get a 16 amps. Then again this amps, 16 amps, you have to multiply the factor of safety, there is a 3. So total load current will get a 16.3 into it is equal to 48 amps. So as per this current rating, you have to refer the wiring table. So you will get a 16 square mm 500 volt grade 4 core double sheet PVC aluminum cable. Okay. So in this way you can find the size of cable. Next, length of underground cable. Similarly, how you find it in the single phase underground cable, same you have to follow the same method to find the underground cable. So here is a 3-pole molded cable is there. Okay, the given length 10 meter horizontally and 1 meter looseness plus 3 meter pole side plus 2 meter side. The total length of the cable becomes a 16 meter, and add the 10% wastage, that is comes to 1.6 plus 16 meter, total you get a 7.6, around about you take is a 18 meters. Okay, so both the ends at the time of making the connections, some electricians they will remove the edge of the terminals of the service conductor. So at the time coming are to carry the cables, the leads will be some damaging occurs. So you can easily not insert inside the connection terminal. So therefore you may be removing the part of the end port. So therefore it takes a wastage also. So therefore you have to consider a 10% extra. Next, iron pot of a 50 amps, that is as per the current rating. So 4 terminal 500 volt grid is required, one number. So the length of GA pipes, that is 3 meter for a pole side, 2 meter for a meter side, and 2.5 meter for a earthing. The total length of the service pipe is required at 7.5 meters. Next, number of GA beds, same as it is in single phase underground system is required. Same number of beds also required for a 3-phase underground service system. 16 square mm double sheet PVC cable is required, 12 meter for a connection to the overhead lines. So that is from overhead service to the up to the overhead. So you have required 12 meters making the connection. Next, number of bricks size, that is find the number of bricks. The size of bricks is a 11.5 cm to 23 cm into 7.5 cm. Then we have to find the number of bricks is equal to the given span length into multiply 100, is converted to centimeter divided by 23. So you get a 43.47 or 47. Say around about 45 numbers the bricks should be required. Next, number of 16 mm fuse units, 3 numbers is required for each phase. Next, 15 in 500 into 65 mm varnish liquid board, 1 number should be required for keeping the energy meter. Then fixing the GA pipes, pole side as well as a meter wall side, 5 numbers should be required. Then as per the material calculations, you go to the material required or schedule of material, or also called as a bill of material. So to finding the bill of material or making a schedule of materials, so we have referring the tabular column or making the table column, serial number, particular and quantity. In serial number column, we have to put the serial numbers of the each material. So, and particular column, so what the materials we have calculated, so those materials we have to write it with a specification in a particular column, and quantity column, how much quantity should be required, you have to put in the quantity column. So first one, 16 square mm PVC underground cable aluminum 4 GST shape Alvarado 500 volt grade required 18 meters. Next, bricks 11.5 cm to 23 cm into 7.5 cm, 45 numbers is required. 50 mm diameter into 3 mm thickness to GA pipe for laying a cable and a earthing, 7.5 meters is required. Then iron pot 50 amps 500 volt grade with a 4 terminals, so required 1 number. Next, PVC cable 16 square mm double sheet 12 meters is required. Porcelain fuse unit 15 amps 500 volt grade 3 numbers is required. 15 mm dia 3 mm thick GA bends 3 numbers is required. 500 into 500 into 65 mm varnish liquid board 1 number is required. Earthing set 1 number. Clamps for fixing the GA pipe with a pole and meter side 5 numbers should be required. So as per the calculations, we have to make the bill of material, or simply called as a schedule of material, or the material is required for providing a underboard three-phase supply to the customer meter board. So these are the material should be required with along with the quantity. So this is simply what we can say schedule of material, or it may be called as a bill of material. Next we go to the costing of estimation. Means for providing the electrical supply to the customer, how much amount should be required or cost should be required. So here too, finding the cost of service line, so we have to providing a table column. In that table column we have to put all the materials, the quantities and their rate and find the cost. So what get the required amount of the cost for the providing a service connection. Here first serial number 1 in particular column. So what the material we have mentioned in the bill of material, same material we have to put here with the same specification, that is 16 square mm PVC underground cable, aluminum 4 core GI steel tape Aramado 500 volt grade. It is available in the market meter. How much meter is required? 18 meter should be required. So therefore the per meter cost should be 80 rupees. So the total cost becomes 1440 rupees. Next, the bricks 11.5 centimeter into 23 centimeter into 7.5 centimeter. They required available in the market numbers. So how many numbers? 45 numbers. Each brick cost should be 5 rupees. So the total cost becomes 225 rupees. Next, 50 mm diameter, 3 mm thick GI pipe for like cables and earthing purpose. So it is available in the market meter. The total pipe is required 7.5 meter. The per meter cost of the pipe is 200 rupees. Means 200 rupees per meter. The total cost becomes 1500 rupees. Next, iron pot 50 amps 500 volt grade with a 4 terminals. It is available in market number 225 rupees per iron pot. The cost also 225 rupees. Next, PVC double sheathed cable 16 square mm. It is available in market meter. How much meter is required? 12 meter is required. Per meter cost should be 7 rupees 65 paisa. So total cost becomes 91 rupees 80 paisa. Next, the posting fuse unit 15 amps 500 volt grade. It is required in number, available in number 3 numbers. So each cost should be 40 rupees. The total cost becomes 120 rupees. Next, 50 mm dia, 3 mm thick GI beds available number 3 numbers required. Per bed cost should be 30 rupees. The total cost becomes 90 rupees. Next, 500 into 65 mm varnish stick wood board available market number 1 number. The cost is 80 rupees. The rate is 80 rupees. The cost also 80 rupees for fixing the energy meter. Earthing set, it is available number 1 number. The cost is 1200 rupees. Rate will be 200 and cost also 1200. For clamps for fixing the GI pipe with a pole and a meter side, it is available number 5 numbers is required. Each cost should be 18. So therefore total cost becomes 90 rupees. Then next, the miscellaneous materials like a screws, gitties, round plug and bituminous compound, you should be considered as a lump sum. It is around about 100 rupees. So next, all the values are of a custom cost column. So those values you have to add it. So you will get a total. That is a 5161 rupees 80 paisa. And include to this amount the labor charge 30 rupees per meter. So therefore 18 into 13 you will get a 540 rupees. So total how much become 5701 rupees 80 paisa. Then next you have to include the 5% of contingency, unforeseen items varies in the material cost. Means the contingency means the office, some materials, papers, pens, rubbers, ink, etc. And including that, again suddenly the market price of the value changes. Previous I calculated 5 rupees for a future, tomorrow it may be 10 rupees in the market. So suddenly rise the market price or due to the flood or due to climate condition, some of the material damages or transportation or preservation, some incident will be takes place. So all this you have to keep in your mind for the at the time of doing the estimation. So this amount should be incurred from the customer side at a 5%. So therefore that charge also we have to include. So it is becomes a 285 rupees 09 paisa. And this amount to add to the total cost, it gives a grand total. So that is 5,986 rupees 89 paisa. So when grand total is come down in fraction, that should be near to the higher reading, higher digit value. So therefore you have to consider the round figure is a 6,000. So this is we call the estimated rupees 6,000 only for providing a 3-phase underground service to the customer. So in this way, the total cost we have to calculate for any service for providing the customer. So here, as per the given problem, first we have to take the given load and calculate the total current. As per that current, we have to refer to the wiring table to find the size of wire. Then next, we have to find the length of cable, that is given span length, meter side, pole side and looseness. So this total length of the wire had a 10% wastage. So round about you get a 18 meters. And similarly you have to calculate the number of bricks, size of pipes, length of pipes and features. All these materials you have to go and calculate one by one, and these materials you have to put in a schedule of material column, that is particular column and quantity column, how much quantity is required. So what we use, it is use a schedule of material or simply called as a bill of material or material required for providing a 3-phase underground service to the customer. So this material list we have to submit to this shop owner. We as per the given specification, without confusion, directly you have to provide all the material. These materials should be carried to excluding the work. Without any confusion, we should be come to the problem. So therefore, specification will be very mandatory or compulsory. And next, all these values should be have to put in a cost column. That is a find the cost of the material. As per that, substitute all the values in a particular column with a specification. Unit column you have to put a what the material is in kg, meter or it may be dozen. And quantity column what we have calculated, that quantity you have to put in a quantity column. And rate column you have to substitute the present market rate. This unit column and cost column you have to multiply, quantity column and rate column you have to multiply, you will get a total cost of the material that we have put in a cost column. So all the cost column value you have to add it, you get a total load, that load. So you have to add the labor charges, you get a total cost of the including labor charge material. Then add the contingency 5% of a variation in the price, unforeseen items. So this amount at a 5% you have to include it. So totally you will get a grand cost. So this cost you have to put in a last words. So that is called the estimated cost of rupees 6,000. Okay. So in this way, so we have calculated amount is required for a providing a electrical supply to the customer, either it be overhead single phase, overhead three phase, underboard single phase, and underboard three phase. So in this way, so we have to calculate the estimating costing of the underboard as well as overhead service for the providing a electrical supply to the customer. So such type of service we call them service mains. Okay, so from these chapters we have studied what is service mains, what are the types of service mains, and what are the advantages, disadvantages, and specification of the materials overhead as well as a underboard. And next we have solved the different problems on overhead as well as a underboard. Single phase overhead, three phase overhead, single phase underboard, and three phase underboard. So this method, so we all calculated a required cost for the providing a electrical power supply. So this is simply what we can call as a service mains. So here also, to carry this today presentation, I have refer the sales books. Okay, so today I can stop the session, and next